something very cool happened yesterday at Knicks practice.
Right, as we've talked about, Willis Reed, brought in by David Fizdale, and Willis Reed has been reaching out to David Fizdale throughout the season, offering him encouragement, but had a chance to talk with the players. And I felt like it was more than just what he represents with the number retired and the fact that he has two championship banners also up there. It's the fact that, and what he talked with the players about, is the fact that in the beginning when he was with the Knicks, it wasn't always great. In fact, his team struggled too when he was a young player with the Knicks. The first two seasons, the team's record was a combined 61 and 99, and they went through a couple of coaches as well. But they made the playoffs in the third year, and that began with a moment that helped kind of change the perception of a losing team. He sent a message in a game against the Lakers in the home opener when he went after Lakers center Rudy LaRusso. This is one of the great stories in NBA lore. And he thought that LaRusso was throwing some cheap shots, and he'd had enough. And so he took on LaRusso and pretty much the entire Laker bench. It's something you can find all over the internet, where he throws a punch and everybody goes down like bowling pins. The message sent, though, was the fact that you weren't going to mess with the Knicks anymore. They went on to make the playoffs that year, and a couple of years later won their first championship. Now, of all the players that got to meet Willis Reed, one of them, a very special one, of course, Mitchell Robinson, now the new center of the Knicks, who thrives on defense just like Willis Reed did. And of course, Mitchell Robinson at 20 years old has never seen Willis Reed play. He did say he went to YouTube to check it out, and he said, Al, quote, he was a really scrappy guy.
Hey, they're both from Louisiana.
That's true, too.
The young one is making some history.
That's right, he is. And we saw the 3 blocks the other night against the Jazz. Now moved him to, now he has the record for most blocks in a season by a Knicks rookie at 136. And of course, counting, there's still more season to go for him. And he's done it in far less games and far less minutes than those before him, including the previous record holder, Kristaps Porzingis. He also, by the way, has extended his streaks, including this one, which is becoming a very impressive streak when you consider the names that he has now joined here. And if he does it again tonight, he moves into a tie with 2 other all-time greats. But check out this list. Now, of course, he will not reach 45. He does have a shot at least at being second with David Robinson, but that still is an incredible streak. He also has a streak of 29 straight games with at least 1 block shot as well. The last time that he failed to record a block shot was back in December 12th. And in fact, Al, it's probably easier to put it this way. Robinson has played in 56 games so far, and in 50 of those games, he's recorded a block shot. That's pretty impressive.
Amazing. Meanwhile, this sounds like a Philadelphia 76ers story, but it's not. Michael Porter with the Denver Nuggets might finally have a happy ending. Yeah,
and a back injury certainly has cost him. It'll be 2 years now, if you think about it. Michael Porter Jr. was hurt his very first game in college last season, did not play at all, yet a lot of people still expected him to be a lottery pick, maybe even a top 5 pick, because he had so much talent. But he passed and he kept going. He fell down the draft board because teams were worried about this back issue. That, as you're seeing here, he's back in practice with the Denver Nuggets, who took him 13th overall and decided it was worth the risk. They do have a young team, but they had time that they could spend on him, and they're believing in him. He did not play at all this year. He had surgery last summer, which they believe has fixed the issue. But as he's working his way back, he's not officially cleared for contact. They're going to be a playoff team. That is certainly not the time to bring in a 19, 20-year-old to make his NBA debut. So it'll be 2 years before he plays. A lot of Knicks fans wanted to see the Knicks take him at number 9, but if you consider the fact that he is not going to play this entire season, the Knicks didn't want to take that chance.
Time now for your stat of the night.
All right, well, I'm going to give you the stat right here, 20, 10, and 7. And that's what Nuggets center Nikola Jokic is averaging this season. There's only 3 other men in NBA history to have 20, 10, and 7 seasons. Now, Russell Westbrook, who's averaging a triple-double for 3 straight seasons, is one of them. The other is Oscar Robinson, who's the other who's averaged a triple-double in a season. And then the big man, Wilt Chamberlain. How about that company for Jokic? Pretty incredible stuff, and that's why he is in the MVP conversation.